Carlos tell us a little bit about what we've chosen?
So we have Mount Difficulty. This one is Central Otago Pinot Noir 2019.
But we are talking about New Zealand wines at the moment, and I have to say, we know that Sauv Blanc, the Marlborough region, famous for Sauv Blancs, but geez, they make some great Pinot.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Central Otago further south, the southernmost region in New Zealand, not
Okay.
the wine region in the
Okay.
world. Yeah, so they produce outstanding Pinot Noir. There's some very classic producers. This particular one, Mount Difficulty, dates back to 1990s by 4 friends that built up a few wineries around, and then they decided to call this the Mount Difficulty. So yeah,
So
should be
the
interesting.
Roaring Meg,
That's correct.
that's the wine maker, that's the producer?
It's the cuvée. Is this cuvée? Is this range of wines that they produce?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, right. It's a 2019. Does that tell us anything? Do you know? I mean, you're the guy who can tell me
Yeah,
what great year was.
yeah. 2019, actually, New Zealand. It's a little bit inconsistent. It's not the best vintage, as you can say. For example, 2021 is outstanding in Victoria. For example, 19 in New Zealand in Central Otago is not a great
Wasn't a great year.
vintage. No, it's a little bit irregular. Some produce better, some produce less good. Nevertheless, I think it's interesting wine
Pop
to try.
quiz? Do you want to do a pop quiz?
A pop quiz. Let's do it.
Can you tell me 2002 in the old world, was that a good vintage?
Depends where you are. If you are in Burgundy, you have one of the for white wine, especially Burgundy 2002, absolutely outstanding. Like if
Why?
you find a bottle, just buy it.
Buy
It
it.
was just the perfect season all year round.
I'm trying to
2002.
showcase off the ridiculous mind of Carlos to know what vintage was good in what area in whatever year, as you had to learn to get your Master Sommelier. Let's have a taste.
Let's do it.
Well, let's have a look first, of course.
Do I crack this one myself?
Crack it.
Then
Nice. I can already see as you pour it in, it's a classic Pinot-like color.
That's
Actually,
right.
can I kick it off?
yeah, go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
Slightly darker than
Mhm.
a normal Pinot, I would expect. Or
What-
even if you want to compare it to a previous episode, the Stonier Pinot
Mm.
Noir.
What does it tell you? If it's a little bit darker, what can you kind of not assume, never assume, but what can you tell about it? If it's a little darker as a Pinot Noir,
Didn't get as much sun that year.
more sun,
That's
more
what
extraction.
I don't know what you heard. Second language. That's what I
Right.
said.
Right.
More sun in that year.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And now considering
More sun, it goes darker.
more sun, more extracted, more color, absolutely. So now if you think about, and this is the point to, I guess, to bring about New Zealand Central Otago, it's that it gets a lot of sunlight. It's literally desert. So there's a lot of sunlight, there's a lot of ripeness, there's a lot of, ripe juice, ripe fruit. Intensity of color, it's pretty deep. Deep
Yeah, I don't
intense
know.
color.
Is deep intense?
For Pinot Noir, yes, it has a deep intensity because I mean, if you were tasting a Shiraz, no, it's it's pale.
Yeah.
But we're trying a Pinot Noir, and as you said, it's full color, so it's pretty deep color.
Yeah.
Like it's
Quite intense.
full on.
Let's get to the nose.
Yeah. Condition is clean. Intensity of aromas. What do you think? Light, medium, pronounced?
It's somewhere in between medium and high or pronounced.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. There's it's like cooked flavors. Yeah, you agree
Yeah,
with that? It's
yeah.
like everything is super ripe,
Yeah.
super jammed, cooked. There's nothing fresh about it, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's more than pronounced. I agree. Oh, sorry, more than medium pronounced. Even pronounced. Yeah, we could say. Now, aroma profile. What type of fruits? Red fruit, black fruits, blue fruit. What do you think?
Deep red fruits.
Deep red fruit, super cooked. Like
Yeah.
there's no fresh strawberry at all, right?
No. It's like you've put a strawberry on like a tea saucer and left it in the sun on the windowsill.
Yeah, true. And that's it. And yeah, That's right. And
I smell strawberry as well.
yeah, strawberry, 100%. But it's like macerated. Like I think I've said this before, and I don't want to repeat myself. But like really, as you say, like overripe strawberry, overripe raspberries, overripe red plum. Like everything is pretty.
Do you get any dark fruits? Any blueberries, plums?
Mm,
That's usually reserved for the heavier stuff, right?
more, yeah, that's right. More licorice, touch of licorice.
You know what?
You get that a lot, yeah. So yeah, that's the aromas. Super ripe, red fruit, the strawberry, the raspberry, incredibly jammed, left on the sun for a long time. That's all we've discussed about Central Otago, even without tasting it. It reflects on the glass.
I think we've established everything we need to out of the smell of this wine. Is there
Mhm.
anything else you think?
No, not at all. No, I don't think so. It's yeah.
It's the best part of the podcast.
Let's do it.
Salud.
So burning, a little bit of burning, so alcohol is pretty high.
Don't get ahead of
Um,
yourself, Carlos.
13.5. Yeah, let's be disciplined.
Let's
That's right.
be disciplined.
Disciplined.
All right.
Sweetness. Dry, medium, sweet.
It's pretty dry.
Yeah, it is dry. There's no like, yeah, even though it's pretty ripe, there's no sugar as such.
Which actually
So,
surprised me.
dry.
Because after we spoke about super
Licorice.
ripe fruits,
Mm.
licorice, chocolate bullets,
Yeah.
I'm expecting to have a little bit of sweetness, but no, there's not.
no, all the sugar has been, converted into alcohol. Hence, it is, pretty high alcohol, 13.5%. Body. Sorry, well, actually, we could tackle tannin first.
Oh, yeah. Red wine. Not much.
Not a lot, no. I
No.
mean, it's a Pinot Noir. You don't expect very high tannins, so
A little bit, though.
low, a little bit.
Yeah, my tongue's got a little bit of dryness to it, but not much.
That's right. So for the light, sorry, for the red wine purpose, and for if you compare this to a Pinot Noir, to a Cabernet Sauvignon, this is low.
Yeah, but
So
it's
low
not
tannins.
non-existent, though.
Correct.
Yeah, so
Correct.
it's a light, yeah.
Yeah, light, low. Yeah, that's right. Body.
We expect light,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
also like, it's not the lightest Pinot I've ever had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Spilled it down nearly hit it on the white shirt. I think I
I-
just escaped.
I think you escaped.
Mission Impossible, like Matrix Neo'd myself out of that position as it dripped off my chin. I caught it in my hand, thank God.
I think you are right. It's well, okay, yeah. So you are right in the sense that it is on the light spectrum. I think it's just more than light. I think if we were to compare a few Pinot Noirs, if you compare this to a Pinot Noir from Burgundy, this is probably a medium body. Okay, so within a light wines,
And Burgundy being light.
Burgundy being lighter,
Yeah.
this one is like medium.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would push it a little bit more towards the medium than actually just the light.
Yeah.
In this case. Yeah, flavors. I mean, again, I think on the palate, it just confirms the very ripe fruit. A little smokiness. You find the smokiness like almost charred or something. No?
I love that you find the smokiness, though, Carlos, and that's what matters.
Yeah, the smokiness on the palate.
Smokiness.
Like, as you said, the strawberry left there for a very long time, super ripe, jammed. The spiciness, the licorice, the clove, and then that light smokiness can come from the oak, whichever oak type they use. I find that a little bit.
In previous episodes, you've spoken about Pinot Noir and salmon being a match. Could you see this particular bottle being different to the previous episode, Pinot being paired with something else?
Look, Angus, I think because the wine, it is a Pinot Noir, is on the lighter side, even though there's a little bit of spiciness, it's not incredibly spicy. So I'll match this with the chicken curry, the white meat of the chicken, super tender, slow cooked, will match beautifully with the Pinot Noir for sure. And then, the little curry spiciness to match with a little spicy in the wine, I think would be perfect. Yeah.
So not a beef Maggi 2-minute noodle?
No, not this
this
one.
week.
Not this one.
All
Not
right,
this
well,
one.
look forward to the episode.
Perhaps the next one.
Okay.
Who knows?